Hello friends, welcome to Insights Icon Initiative. In today's video, we are going to discuss about following 5 topics, and don't worry, we are going to discuss about that high yielding prelim series. Okay, I'll continue that. Already we discussed about S&T and environment, IR and polity, and the rest of the subjects, as well as rest of the videos on polity, environment also you can have it. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. So now, as usually, we will try to cover the regular current affairs as well, because these kind of videos are also very needed for the students who are preparing for other exams as well in the upcoming 2024, like some of your public sector undertaking, state PSCs and the prelims of 2025. For those students also it is going to be helpful. Of course, 2024 also these current affairs will cover. Okay, anyway you have to prepare current affairs up to at least March. So that prelims high yielding series will continue. Okay, out of these 5 topics of today's video, we try to discuss first tribunals in India. It is related to polity, and rest of the topics INSACOG GS3 Science and Technology, Sone River GS1 Geography, Project PRAYAS GS3 Economy, Brahma 2D GS1 Geography. So these are the topics we are going to discuss in today's video. The first one is regarding the tribunal. You know that students, tribunal is a specialized court, and because to reduce the burden on the courts, tribunals were created. And you know that tribunals did not find feature in the original constitution. Later in the Indian constitution they were added under the article 323A and 323B. The concept of tribunals in Indian constitution is suggested by Swaran Singh committee. Now the Supreme Court recently saying that the tribunals cannot go beyond the government orders, because at the end of the day tribunals are the legislative bodies. Okay, they cannot go beyond the government, and they are saying that they cannot give any directions against the government policy. That is what the Supreme Court suggested. Now we will see why it is in use. First you have to understand, the Supreme Court recently clarified that tribunals which are functioning under the legislation made by the parliament, they cannot direct the government to make a policy. Okay, whereas Supreme Court can do by using its article 142. But Supreme Court clearly saying that tribunals cannot direct the government to make a policy on particular issue. That is the Supreme Court observation. That means tribunal itself is a legislative body which is functioning under a legislation made by the parliament. That body again cannot suggest a government to go for a particular other type of policies. This is what the observation. And tribunals are the specialized courts. You know that they offer judicial experts as well as sometimes they also offer the administrative experts. Okay, if you remember article 323A, which provides administrative tribunals, they provide specific expertise related to administration, whereas article 323B, they are related to tribunals relation to taxation and land issues and many other issues as well. Tribunals are the judicial or quasi judicial institutions, and they mainly established for the faster disposal of the cases. Okay, and to reduce the burden on the courts as well. They were added through 42nd Amendment 1976, same like fundamental duties. Both fundamental duties and tribunals both were suggested by Swaran Singh committee. Article 323A, administrative tribunals, they are set up at center as well as the union level, and article 323B, tribunals of other kinds such as tribunals related to tax matters as well as the land reforms matters. The composition of tribunals. Tribunals generally include judicial members as well as non-judicial members. Non-judicial members generally they are related to administration. People who are working in state as well as the union government administration also, they can be appointed as administrative members in tribunals. Whereas judicial members generally person who can have similar qualification to High Court judge, they can be appointed as a judicial member in the tribunal. So this is the information regarding the members appointment. So this is the topic number 1. Next, second topic. Second topic is about the INSACOG. It is about Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomic Consortium. First you have to know why we are discussing about this now. You know that there are some news coming out regarding the new COVID variant, that is JN1. In this context, we will try to understand the INSACOG which was created during the COVID pandemic time. Actually, this INSACOG is a consortium of the group of laboratories and companies as well. along with the some of the government related labs as well. This consortium mainly, what is the main objective of the INSACOG? They analyze the COVID virus and as well as they will check what are the mutations are happening in the COVID virus. Mutation means here biological change, okay, so that they can be alert, they can alert the governments so that they can take certain necessary measures according to that. So it is a group consortium means obviously group. Now we are going to check, so how many laboratories are formed as a group and who took this kind of initiative, we will discuss. Recently, in the context of this new COVID variant JN1, the chief, that means a person who is looking after this INSACOG, he was saying that there is no additional dose of vaccine is required against the subvariant at present. At the moment, you don't require any additional COVID dosage for JN1. That means it is not see that much concern at this moment. Even WHO also, they identified this variant as variant of interest. If the variant of interest is the first stage, then if that virus increases, if the disease impact is increases, then the variant of interest become variant of concern. That we have to understand. India SARS-CoV-2 Genomic Consortium, INSACOG, it is a joint initiative. First we have to understand who are involved in the initiative of in the initiation of this project. Union Health Ministry and the Department of Biotechnology with the CSIR as well as the IMR. So these are the organizations involved in the creation of the INSACOG. It is a consortium group of 54 labs and they monitor the genomic modifications related to SARS-CoV-2. And in this consortium, from government point of view, National Center for Disease Control NCDC as well as Central Surveillance Unit under the Integrated Disease Surveillance Program, these laboratories also a part of this INSACOG consortium. Why it was established? To have a very close surveillance on the SARS-CoV-2 mutations. Against this backdrop, so to understand the mutations in the SARS-CoV-2 virus, against this backdrop, INSACOG was established to check the genome sequencing as well as to help to the public health response. If any modifications are happening in the COVID virus, then that information will be communicated to the companies who are making vaccines so that vaccine also can be modified according to that. Any changes to the genetic modification or mutations in the virus can be observed based on the analysis and sequencing done by labs under the INSACOG. The objective is, so they will check the strains of variants of interest as well as variant of constant. Just now I mentioned variant of interest means in the beginning stage, variant of concern means in the advanced stage of the spread of the virus. That is the second topic. And the third one is regarding the Sone River. If you look at this map, Sone River is the southern tributary related to river Ganges. Okay, after Yamuna, it is one of the largest tributary to river Ganges from south. Okay, of course, the river Sone and river Narmada, their origin is same, but river Narmada, it flows towards the west, whereas river Sone travels towards the east. Recently, the concerned government, they captured few people who are doing illegal sand mining in river Sone. That is the reason we are discussing about the river Sone. Bihar police, they arrested sand smugglers who are doing the illegal sand mining in Sone River. Sone River is one of the largest southern tributaries to river Ganges after river Yamuna. Now let us see where it originates. Okay, specifically, it originates from the Amarkantak highlands in the hills of Maikal range in the Bilaspur district of Chhattisgarh. It originates in Chhattisgarh, okay, and at an elevation of 640 meters. If you remember students, what are the, if any biosphere reserves are present in Chhattisgarh, please comment those biosphere reserves in comment section. Okay, what are the biosphere reserves present in Chhattisgarh? Next, the Narmada river also originates in the same place, but it flows towards the western direction, whereas Sone rivers towards the eastern direction. This Sone river cuts through Kaimur range and joins with the Ganges above Patna in Bihar. Okay. okay, and the drainage basin. The Sone River goes through Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand, various parts of those states. The Sone River valley is characterized by, first it is bordered by Kaimur range to the north, Chota Nagpur plateau to the south. Okay. The floodplain of this river is narrow and only 3 to 5 kilometers wide. Okay. That means at floodplains not going to have that much biodiversity. The river flow is seasonal. That is the reason it is not convenient to the transportation. If it is a navigable, then of course it would have some commercial value as well as a part of the navigation. Major tributaries Rihand River, Koil River, Gopad River and Kanhar River. Dehri is one of the major towns situated in the Sone River. Recently I told you students, the riverside cities, okay, in India, to conserve the riverside cities, we formed the River Alliance. Okay, this is how you have to interconnect. River Alliance is one of the initiative taken by the Namami Gange. Okay, this National Council for River Ganges. They floated the idea of the River Alliance. Next topic is PRAYAS. It is regarding the promoting promoting employment opportunities to youth who are involving in the organized labor. First, we will try to understand. PRAYAS stands for promoting regular and assisted migration. Okay, promoted regular and assisted. That means it helps in migration to whom? To youth as well as the skilled professionals. Of course, sometimes Indian youth as well as skilled professionals, they are unable to find good job opportunities in abroad. For them, this program was started with the launch of one of the international organization, that is International Organization for Migration. The International Organization for Migration, along with Government of India, they floated this program. This program is all about providing guidance to organized skilled employed. Skilled employed means obviously they are the white collared employees, to providing guidance to the skilled employees. So, in the form of the secure and orderly and regulated migration. This project PRAYAS stands for promoting the regulated assisted migration for youth and skilled professionals. Which ministry is coordinating this? Ministry of External Affairs is coordinating this, and it will consolidate all the state level activities undertaken by the states, of course, because different states are also take up this kind of program. So, all those programs, they are consolidated into one program to in the level of nation level specific. Okay. Next, International Organization for Migration. This was established in 1951 and it is a United Nations agency dedicated to promote human and orderly migration. According to this organization, migrant is a person who moves away from their place of usual residence, whether within a country or to other countries temporarily or permanently, and for a variety of reasons. Okay, variety of reasons. This is the migrant definition. Member country, 172 countries having membership and 8 countries having the observer status. India is a member country in this organization. Headquarters is Geneva, Switzerland. Fifth topic, IIT Guwahati researchers developed revolutionary Brahma 2D model. So, this 2D model, it is about rivers. This 2D model can predict river water speed, okay, so that we can understand where the river water speed is very high, so that even we can take enough precautions to protect the river bank. Because the too much of the river speed, because of that even the river banks also subjected to erosion. Even if we want to protect any species within that river, then obviously based on the water flow, based on the depthness of that river, we can take certain conservative steps for protection of certain animals also. Let us see. Researchers in the Indian Institute of Technology Guwahati, they recently developed an indigenously river model Brahma 2D. Actually, it is a mathematical model. It is predicting the river flow at various points of the river, at various depths also it is predicting. So, it is very important, especially for very volatile rivers such as river Brahmaputra river, where the river keep on changing its flow. So, in that context, this kind of models can be useful, so that we can easily understand floods as well as river water and river water speed at various times of the season, so that we can take the proper disaster management like measures. Brahma 2D, braided river age hydromorphological analysis. What it does, it provides how fast the water moving at different depths and how the water circulation is there along the spurs installed. You know that spurs in the river, their installation will help in the reduction of the river bank erosion. Okay, the spurs will prevent the river bank erosion. It can help engineers in the design of sustainable hydraulic structures like spurs. It is developed by researchers of IIT Guwahati in collaboration with the Brahmaputra boards under the Union Ministry of Jal Shakti. And it was successfully validated river Brahmaputra, river near the Mazuli Islands. You know that Mazuli Island is one of the second largest freshwater river island in the world. This part of the Assam is very frequently subjected to river bank erosion. It helps in understanding the habitat suitability of aquatic species. Okay, how certain species can be survived at certain part of the river, that can also be understood. So this is about the topic number 5. Okay, especially when you are reading this kind of initiatives, you have to know what is the purpose of this, who developed, these things you have to understand. Yesterday's question, in the context of hereditary diseases, consider the following statements. Passing on mitochondrial disease from parent to child can be prevented by mitochondrial replacement therapy either before or after in vitro fertilization. Yes, in vitro fertilization it can be possible, but not in vivo it cannot be possible. In vitro means lab. So first statement is right. A child inherits mitochondrial disease entirely from mother and not from father. It is also right. Okay, mother is a carrying one. Consider the following statement in respect of Bharat Ratna and Padma awards. Bharat Ratna and Padma awards are titles under Article 18(1) of the Constitution of India. They are not titles. Okay, not titles, so not correct. Padma awards which were instituted in the year 1954 were suspended only one. They were not instituted in 1954. The number of Bharat Ratna awards are restricted to a maximum of 5 in a particular year. There is no such kind of restriction. How many statements are not correct? All the statements are not correct. So answer is D, 1, 2, 3. Next, on 21st June, the sun, obviously on 21st June, where the sun does not set below the horizon at the Arctic Circle. Okay. So, or else if the Tropic of Cancer is also there, that can be also right, because on the same day, sun directly unsets on the above of the Tropic of Cancer. So, it does not set below the horizon at the Arctic Circle. It won't go below the horizon at the Arctic Circle. Fourth one, consider the following statement regarding the Baltic Sea. The Baltic Sea is an arm of the Atlantic Ocean, of course extended arm. Åland Islands is located in the Baltic Sea. It separates the Scandinavian peninsula from the rest of the continental Europe. Okay, a Scandinavian peninsula from the rest of the Europe, Baltic Sea, Åland Islands is there, and it is an extension of the Atlantic Ocean. All the 3 statements are right. Fourth one, arrange the following from north to south. Okay, Gulf of Finland, Gulf of Nask, and Gulf of Bothnia, Gulf of Riga. The answer is 3, 1, 4, 2. So this comes first, and this comes second, and third, and fourth. This is the order. Here this map is there. Next, today's video question. Today's video question is, which of the following are west flowing rivers in India? Out of these 4, which are the west flowing rivers in India? Mains question. The tribunals perform an important and specialized role in justice delivery mechanism. Comment. This question is about the comment and the tribunal role in delivering the justice mechanism delivery in a very speedy manner. Now, let's see the overall topics. As we reach to the end of this video, these are the 5 topics we discussed in today's video, and this is the detailed analysis regarding today's current issues. Thank you.